Sometimes there are moments where you begin to wonder who you really are. I've recently had some discussions with some friends, and we were reminiscing on, things we used to do a little while back and how much it gave us life and purpose. And although I've been away for a while, it's been a journey. And something really interesting happened in one of those times I was away. I had to take up a project, and in that project, it led me to speaking with lots of different individuals in a confined space. And something really strange happened to me. I was taken back to the time when I used to speak to lots of people, reaching out to people, meeting them at their points of need and identity. And suddenly it struck me as to how much I have missed doing that. Sometimes you forget who you are. You forget what you've done. Sometimes you don't recognize the place you currently are right at the moment. And it takes a huge toll, because for each individual, we have our strengths. We have things that define us. We have traits that make us who we are. And for some people, it's their voice. At least I know for me, it's my voice. And when you don't use that voice, something chips away from you. Something comes out of you, and it sort of feels like you're not living your true self. And many times you want to stay down. Many times you don't even know how to rise up. But that's what makes us human. The fact that we do not know in entirety what the next step will really be. But at the same time, that doesn't stop us from trying to rise. In fact, life consists of daily rising and rising and rising until the fire inside of you that was once bleak sparks up into a furnace. But you will never know that just that spark of flame can turn into a furnace if you never try. And it's not just so that you find meaning for yourself, but because of the generation yet unborn, waiting for you. There's a story that your life is meant to tell. There's a people that need your story. The person who you see in the future, who becomes that person of influence and impact that helps people and reaches out and bridges people and helps people rebuild their identities, actually starts from you acknowledging today that there is some part of you that was lost that you need to regain. And many times it's okay that you have experienced what it means not to be in total control of yourself, so that people who have lost part of themselves can have that understanding that if they continue to persist, then they will find the true meaning of who they are. So yes, it's been an interesting journey over the past few months, and it's just to say how important finding your voice really is, and not letting go of that strength that truly defines you, because ultimately people are waiting for your story. There are people who may not be as strong as you are, who will ultimately draw inspiration from the person you have become. It's not about the results. It's about who you become in the process. The person who gets to influence people begins today by becoming the person who embraces his voice, not to seek positions and titles, but we need to learn to build our voice. For some other person, it could be their painting skill. To some other person, it could be their music. There is a fire inside of you that yearns to turn into a furnace that burns outwardly. And until we begin to pause and reflect on these deep things that the noise does not afford us the luxury to do, the sooner we become more in tune with ourselves to make a difference in the lives of people who need us. You're important to my story, and I'm important to your story. And if we don't become who we're meant to become, we rob the world of an ultimate gift, the gift of you, the fact that there is a purpose to your existence. And that's what we need to remember whenever we feel like as though we're not becoming, or we are not the person we look in the mirror to see.